Welcome, deep divers. 60 years after her passing, Marilyn Monroe remains not just a memory, but, well, a truly active cultural force.
Yeah, it's quite striking. It's almost as if she never really left us.
Exactly. Her image, her charisma, it all just endures, doesn't it? Constantly reshaping itself.
And it's more than just remembering an icon.
Yeah.
What we're seeing is this phenomenon where her actual essence is being re-expressed, reinterpreted.
Relived, even.
Relived through
That
so
seems-
many others. It really speaks to a power that goes way beyond just being a historical figure.
Absolutely. And that's really our mission today. We're taking a deep dive into this captivating world of Marilyn Monroe lookalikes. These figures, whether they're, meticulously channeling her or maybe just bear this uncanny natural resemblance.
Right, they reveal so
They
much.
reveal the powerful continuing grip her persona has on our collective imagination. We want to explore how Marilyn's face, her image, isn't just this indelible cultural touchstone.
But more like a living archetype.
Exactly, a living archetype, echoing across eras, from classic impersonation right up to, well, the digital age and beyond.
And when we say living archetype, it's important to grasp what that means. It's not just her as a person, but her image as this universally understood symbol.
A symbol.
Yeah, like a template. We project all sorts of cultural narratives onto it. Beauty, vulnerability, ambition, even tragedy.
Ah, okay, so she becomes a kind of shorthand.
Precisely. For filmmakers, marketers, even just everyday people, you see the image, you instantly get a whole complex set of ideas. It's like an unspoken language of fame, really.
That makes sense. Okay, let's dive into some real examples then. And where better to start than someone literally living in Marilyn's old house?
Gift to start there, right?
Jasmine Chiswell, Scottish-born influencer, now probably the most visible Monroe lookalike in the digital age.
On TikTok, especially. Huge following.
Huge. And she meticulously recreates the looks. But living in Monroe's actual Hollywood home, doesn't that add something? Does it risk blurring lines for fans?
That's such a key point. Because Chiswell isn't just mimicking, she's curating.
Curating. How so?
Well, she's showing this modern dynamic, performative nostalgia, and anchoring it with that authentic physical link. The house creates this really potent connection for her digital audience.
Ah, okay, so it's not just looking like her.
No, it's translating that mid-century glamour for today's platforms, like TikTok, bridging those decades. The hair, the makeup, the outfits, the mannerisms.
It lets fans imagine, maybe, what if Marilyn had TikTok?
Exactly. It's clever how she uses the platform.
Her videos really do bridge that nostalgia with very modern engagement. You see those comments, I wish Marilyn had TikTok. And the house itself just adds this layer of mystique. Have you seen any particular moments or strategies she uses that really highlight that curator role?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
She often uses the house almost like a character in her videos.
Really?
Yeah, she'll film in spaces Marilyn actually occupied. Sometimes she even plays into the spectral rumors, the ghost stories associated with the place.
Oh, interesting. Not saying she sees ghosts, but...
Right, more using the aura of the space to deepen that Monroe connection. It makes her more than a lookalike. She's almost a living historian and interpreter.
So she's inviting people to experience Marilyn's memory in a tangible way.
Exactly. It blurs those lines between fan, historian, and idol. It shows how history can be actively, relived and repackaged for new consumption, not just passively remembered.
Makes her feel present for a generation who might only know her from old photos.
Precisely. Accessible, like a friend on their feed.
So we've seen the digital reinvention, but before TikTok, for decades, embodying Marilyn was a live, physical thing, a different kind of dedication.
Oh, absolutely. A very different skill set.
Who comes to mind when you think of that classic on-stage impersonation?
Without a doubt, you have to talk about Suzie Kennedy.
Suzie Kennedy, yes.
She really represents that classic stage and film impersonation power. She's dedicated decades to this role, truly embodying the icon.
Decades, that's serious commitment.
Nearly 3 decades. Performing live, TV appearances, even museum exhibits worldwide.
And it's not just the look, is it? It's the whole package.
Not at all. She's mastered the voice, that breathy quality, the mannerisms, the charisma.
People must feel like they've seen the real thing.
That's the feedback she gets. It raises fascinating questions, doesn't it? The psychology of embodying someone So specific, so legendary, for so long.
Does it blur the lines for the performer, do you think?
It's complex. For someone like Kennedy, it's probably beyond performance. It becomes this profound identity work. He talks about the intense research.
Not just watching film.
No, reading biographies, studying interviews, trying to understand the inner world. It's almost academic, mixed with artistry.
And capturing the vulnerabilities, too, not just the bombshell.
Exactly. It's channeling a spirit, not just doing a caricature. This lifelong commitment shows that Monroe's image isn't just a look. It can be a deep, lifelong profession.
A testament to the dedication needed.
And for the audience, it's that direct, visceral connection, right? A feeling screen can't quite replicate. A live communion, you could say.
A live communion. I like that. Okay, from the dedicated stage performer, let's shift focus to Hollywood itself, its own fascination with Marilyn doubles.
A recurring theme there.
We have to bring in Linda Kerridge, Australian actress, fame in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
Purely because of that uncanny resemblance.
Right, but the key difference here is crucial.
How so? She wasn't a professional impersonator like Kennedy.
Exactly. She wasn't setting out to be Marilyn. Hollywood saw her natural likeness and cast her specifically to play on it.
Ah, so the industry itself was using the likeness?
Yes, which reveals its own fascination. Not just homage, but maybe exploiting, exploring, recontextualizing that image within new stories. Hollywood chasing its own shadows, in a way.
And the most famous example is that horror film Fade to Black.
1980, yes.
She plays a Marilyn lookalike caught up in this really disturbing obsession story. That's a chilling use of the resemblance.
It really is. Fade to Black uses her iconic status as this potent narrative device. Kerridge's character becomes the focus for this obsessed film buff.
Who turns her into his real-life Marilyn fantasy.
Exactly. So the film isn't just featuring a lookalike. It's using the idea of one to explore identity, fame, obsession, the dark side of celebrity worship.
Showing how the image can be both a dream and, well, a curse.
Precisely. A symbol of beauty attracting dangerous fixation. Kerridge's career really illustrates Hollywood using doubles not just as homage, but to explore its own mythology through these resonant figures.
And then sometimes the comparison isn't deliberate at all, right? It's more like an unintentional echo. Someone just resonates with Marilyn, even if they're not trying to be her. We see this with celebs who just had similar features or style or even similar life stories.
And that brings us back to that living archetype idea.
Why do we keep making these comparisons? Why look for the next Marilyn?
I think it speaks to our need to categorize fame, to understand it through familiar templates. Look at Jayne Mansfield back in Marilyns' day.
Right, often accused of mimicking her.
Yeah, cultivating that blonde bombshell thing, maybe even pushing it into parody sometimes.
Yeah.
But the comparison was instant because Monroe had already established that specific kind of femininity.
And then, fast forward decades, you get Anna Nicole Smith, hailed as a modern-day Marilyn.
Right. And not because she was impersonating her.
No, it was her look, the modeling career, and sadly, the troubled personal life that echoed Monroe's story.
Exactly. Smith's story resonated with the archetype without explicit mimicry. The media, the public, we projected the Monroe narrative onto her because it was this familiar, potent framework.
For understanding a beautiful, vulnerable woman under intense scrutiny.
Precisely. It just shows how Monroe's archetype is this fundamental template. She's shorthand for glamour, desire, tragedy, even across different cultural contexts. We keep finding new vessels for that mythology.
Which allows us to process new celebrity stories through a lens we already get.
Yeah, it's a powerful cultural reflex.
And that template even stretches into fictional portrayals, like Andrew Dominik's 2022 film Blonde.
A very stylized interpretation.
Highly stylized, yes, but it absolutely reignited the conversation about her image, largely thanks to Ana de Armas's performance.
Her resemblance was striking, wasn't it?
Uncanny. And that became such a huge part of the discussion, even with all the artistic liberties the film took.
It's fascinating. The casting itself was almost part of the marketing. De Armas's physical likeness was startling and drew massive attention.
But it wasn't just the look, right?
No, it was her ability to inhabit that archetype, convey the vulnerability beneath the public face. Even in a heavily fictionalized film like Blonde, that visual authenticity felt paramount.
It really did. And while the film was controversial,
Very controversial.
her performance definitely brought Marilyn front and center again, made the story feel immediate. It sparked debates about ethics, sure, but the portrayal itself was powerful.
Absolutely. It showed that Monroe's likeness is cinematic shorthand. It instantly brings up beauty, tragedy, fame's pressures without needing loads of exposition.
So embodying Marilyn is like the ultimate acting challenge.
In many ways, yes. It's a huge role, a visible homage. It needs or interpretation, not just imitation. The fact that Blonde, despite everything, kept her image so vibrantly alive culturally.
Does a lot.
It really does. It underlines her almost mythological weight.
Okay, so just when we think we've covered all the angles of Marilyn's echoes, early 2025 happens.
Yes. The mystery of Miss Moran.
This wasn't just another lookalike. It was this whole phenomenon wrapped in digital mystery.
Totally unique. For months, social media was just buzzing, teasers, shadowed glimpses. The rumor mill went into overdrive.
Was she AI, a celebrity reinventing herself, a totally new person?
The speculation was wild. It tapped right into our modern fascination with digital identity, authenticity online.
Oh, the internet couldn't get enough. Everyone wanted to know if the resemblance was real, if it was tech, deep fake maybe?
Or just genuinely uncanny natural likeness.
And when her image finally dropped.
Electric. Immediate. Side-by-side comparisons everywhere. X, Instagram, people analyzing facial structure, expressions, mannerisms.
And the debate. Was it natural? Digitally enhanced?
That became central, didn't it? Highlighting how tech makes us question what's even real in celebrity imagery now.
But what's really interesting is Mrs. Moran's position.
Yes, she embraces the resemblance, clearly, but insists on carving her own path.
She didn't choose the likeness, it chose her. But she's managing the narrative.
That's the key. She's aware of Marilyn's immense shadow, but isn't content to just be the shadow. Her insistence on her own career, despite the obvious comparison.
Raises some big questions, doesn't it?
It really does. About lookalikes in an age where images fly around instantly, where digital tools can create perfect copies. Moran isn't just another double.
She feels like the next chapter.
Exactly. The next chapter in the Monroe mythology. Navigating fame with this pre-existing iconic shadow forces us to think about authenticity, self-determination, original identity in this hyper-digital world.
It's a fascinating story still unfolding. How an archetype evolves when the lines between homage, digital creation, and just being yourself gets so incredibly blurred.
Yeah, truly a sign of our times.
So let's try and wrap our heads around this. We've gone from Jasmine Chiswell on TikTok connecting with Gen Z
to Suzie Kennedy's decades of live performance, keeping that theatrical spirit.
Linda Kerridge showing Hollywood's narrative obsession.
The cultural reflections in Mansfield and Nicole Smith.
And now Mrs. Moran and the whole digital buzz. It's incredible how Marilyn's image keeps echoing in such diverse ways.
It's way more than just a curiosity, isn't it? It's this lens for examining fame, nostalgia, identity itself.
And the fascination isn't fading.
Not at all. It's evolving. Digital culture, speculation, performance, it's all blurring together into new forms. It seems like there's this constant cultural need to reimagine timeless figures for each new generation.
Marilyn Monroe famously said, "I'm not interested in money, I just want to be wonderful." And these lookalikes, intentional or accidental, they keep reminding us that decades later, she still is.
It's a powerful legacy, transcending time, transcending medium, always finding new ways to capture our imagination.
So we'll leave you with this thought to mull over. Do you think these lookalikes genuinely keep Marilyn alive in a meaningful way? Or do they perhaps dilute her unique, enduring legacy?
What stands out most to you about this whole phenomenon?
We'd love to know what you think.